Whoo. Based on his career scoring average, 27.2, he would need 18 more games.
Yep.
Based on his current scoring average of 29 points, he would need 17 games. But I'm going to bump it up because I believe he's about to go on a binge here. Really? Yeah, he on binge watch. You know, as you get TV, sometimes I get on a binge and I'll watch TV for like 15 straight hours.
Okay.
Catch up on all the shows. I'll go through about 5 or 6 seasons in one sitting.
Okay.
He about to go on a scoring binge.
Really?
16 games.
Okay.
Book it.
So he'll average over the next 16, like
at least
32.
32, 33 points a game.
Really?
Yeah, and with that being said, and I'm going to be in attendance. February, I don't think they'll be able to. I mean, it skips game 16 at Indiana, game 17 at the Pelicans, game 18 home against OKC, game 19 at home versus the Bucks, game 20, which will be February 11th at Golden State.
Well, how about that OKC game at home?
It don't matter. We might go on a binge. We might pull a Luke and a Donovan Mitchell. We might hit 71-60 and accelerate it.
You know what could happen that night? Oklahoma City comes to the crypt, and LeBron passes Kareem, and the Lakers lose at home 150 to 119.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
OKC will hang 150 on it.
You won't put no due on it.
I might.
You won't put no due.
Let's see.
I tell you, I'll be in attendance. If he close, if he like 40 points away, and it's a home game, I'm going. I don't care if the ticket's as high as Giraffe Head. I'm going. Because I'm going to say I saw my nephew become the all-time leading scorer in NBA history.
Wait, he's older than you.
No, he ain't. He ain't older. I'm actually older to be his father, but he's not older than me. So he's in a tremendous rhythm. You got to give him that. He's in a tremendous scoring rhythm.
We open this show with me giving him that.
Except shooting the three. But we don't need a three. As a matter of fact, we might not even shoot no three for the next 2 to 3 games.
That would be a wise idea.
That ain't gonna be no wise idea.
Yeah, I would do that. I would coach that.
We gotta make you respect it. So when you hug up on us,
no, I don't think you need to do that anymore. Yeah. It just doesn't matter. They can't keep him from the rim.
It's okay.
Nope.
And I mid-range. Skip. That fade away. You said we run through the lane and fade, and we move it away from the basket and turn around and shoot it over our shoulder.
So, to your point, he is on an astonishing roll. I told you early in the show, and I'm going to repeat it, I've never seen anything quite like this because his body looks so great.
Yeah.
He looks fresh to me. He looks hot to me, where his movements are electric to me in ways that 38-year-olds, especially, it doesn't matter that you're 38. It matters that you're in year 20. That's what matters. The 38, it's fine. We're shattering the molds. I know.
When the guys take care of themselves, not Skip.
You can't compare Brady and what they do with LeBron. But still, he's 45 years of age, and he just did that to Carolina. It's up here, but you have to take care of your body, and he obviously does. He must have cut back on the wine and the cigar.
Oh, we still on the wine. Okay, we still on that.
Okay, but the point is, this role that he's on, he looked so dominant at Atlanta and at Charlotte that I'm with you, whatever your numbers are, I'm right there with you. I co-sign all of the above because it feels like he's on that kind of roll. In fact, I told you earlier in the show, it feels like he's on such a roll, he might break the record tonight. But we did this, I don't know, I can't remember, 4 or 5 weeks ago, and I was projecting out. And I put in back-to-backs. He's not going to play that. And on the road, he played.
He played. We just talked about it last week.
I know.
Was it Orlando and Miami? It was Orlando, Miami.
He played it at Miami.
Yes.
Which was his old stomping grounds. But he went in and he played the game back-to-back.
Yep.
And he played, he just had 6 turnovers, but he played, played very well.
Yeah.
But 4 or 5 weeks ago, I'm projecting out with the back-to-backs. No. And then I padded in like 10 games because for knick-knack injuries is some pull or something. Okay, I'm knocking on wood.
He ain't saying that no more. My nephew playing.
Okay, all right, there you go. So the point is, when I projected it out 4 or 5 weeks ago, I had it going to like April 1st, like later in the season. Okay, no. And look at this. Now we're talking about February 8th.
I told you he wasn't making it. I knew he wasn't going to make it to tax season.
Okay, all right. So here he comes. There's going to go Kareem. And yet,
before or after All-Star game?
Well, what's February the 8th? I can't remember when the All-Star game is. I got February the 8th.
Okay.
I got that Oklahoma City game. That's
February 7th.
Right. 7th. Okay, February 7th.
Okay.
At home.
Okay.
Right, that's at home.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the stunner to me as we approach this record is that LeBron James is going to become the greatest scorer in the history of this league. History. And he's not a very good jump shooter. He's, at least, I'm being nice, he's a below average jump shooter. He'll get on a roll in the mid-range like he's been on a roll where he's going side to side and shooting these one-steppers, these fall-away one-step shots. I like that. But from three, as you just brought up, right now he's just on a pathetic unroll.
We get hot.
Okay, well, right now you're 30.1%. You're ranked 149th out of 150. 149th?
Catch five right
Okay, but for your career, you're 34.5. By some people's standards, it wouldn't be too bad, but by his standards, GOAT standards, quote unquote, I still say phony GOAT, but by those standards, 34.5 is, I'm being nice, it's below average. So he's played so long that before the show, I check out, okay, well, how many has he missed in his career? So he's missed 4,133 three-point shots.
Yeah.
Well, it's so many shots that you missed that it feels like you should have passed him last year.
You do realize that he's going to pass Kareem on fewer shot attempts.
Okay.
You got to let us think it. Now, he's missed all those three-point shots. And when it's all said and done, he's going to pass Kareem in fewer games and fewer shots.
He's made so many more threes than Kareem attempted because Kareem didn't attempt threes.
But even when we factor that in.
Okay, but 3 is greater than 2. You know it, and it's going to add up over 20 years.
But we weren't 7 foot tall either.
Okay, that's a fair point. But you're 6'9", which is pretty tall, and you are the greatest driver of the basketball I've ever seen. But you have missed the 4th most three-point shots in NBA history. And would you believe James Harden is number 1, and he's pretty well ahead of you. He's about 500 ahead on missed shots.
Well, he's going to have that record. We don't want that one.
All right, you don't want
that. But here's the thing. You said history. You said, and when it's all said and done, LeBron James will become the all-time leading scorer in NBA history.
He will.
But his story, as told by Skip Bayless, will tell you LeBron James wasn't that good of a player.
Well, just as a shooter. Shooter. Okay, how about free throw shooting?
And he's going to be the all-time leading scorer. That's like, Shannon Sharpe had the worst hands of any tight ends, but at one point in time, he held all the records for the tight end position. But he didn't have the good hands.
Who said that?
I'm just using that.
Nobody said that.
No, I'm just using it as an analogy. You keep saying.
Well, I didn't say LeBron has bad hands.
No.
I'm just telling you the truth is he's not a very good shooter, and it blows my mind he's going to pass Kareem because he's so great at driving the basketball and scoring the basketball in close.
So in other words, let me get this right. You wanted LeBron James to have the handles of Kyrie, the size in which he has, the shooting ability of Steph Curry, and have the mind like he and Magic Johnson. So you wanted him to be that. So how fair would that be if God would have given LeBron the handles of Kyrie, the ability to shoot the basketball like Steph Curry, with his size and his mind like he and Magic had?
Okay.
Would that be fair?
Okay. My point is that it's staggering to me that you're going to be the greatest scorer when the numbers scream that you're way below average from 3 and especially from the free throw line. For your career, 73.4%.
Yeah.
It's just not very good. So check this out. So I add up how many of you missed in your career free throws?
Yeah.
2,878. Okay, that ranks 6th on the all-time list. But guess who? 7th? No, I'm sorry, 6th. I got it right. 6th. Okay. Guess who's above you? Help me out who these people are. Wilt.
Yep.
Shaq.
Yep.
Dwight.
Yep.
Karl Malone.
Biggs. Yeah.
Walt Bellamy. I don't know if people remember Walt Bellamy. He was like 6'11". He was a hell of a player, but he's a big.
Yes.
Okay. Karl Malone's a power forward, so he's more in LeBron's category. But
Karl turned himself into a very good free throw shooter. Early in his career, he was not, but he turned himself into a very good.
But my point, next on the list is LeBron. Well, the company above him, they're all just giant guys whose hands were so big that they couldn't quite grip the ball correctly to shoot free throws.
And all that being said, my guy going to be number one because when it's all said and done, we're going to have about 43,000, 44,000 points. He's going to be top. He's going to be number one in scoring. He's going to be top 5 in assists.
Okay. What's the record? I can't remember. What is it? 43? What's the Kareem? What's the number?
Like 38, 376.
Okay. I don't even keep track.
Something like that.
It's one of those sports numbers that nobody knows.
No.
Okay. So whatever, 38, blah, blah, blah. So when all is said and done, at the level he's playing, could he go?
338, my bad.
Hey, what is it?
It's 38,387.
Okay, whatever. The point is, at the pace he's going, at the rate he's going, Could he do this seriously for 3 more years?
Yes.
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 Yes. So could he get to, I don't even know what the math would be. Could he get to 40,000 points?
Oh, he getting to 40,000.
All right. Could he get to 42,000 points?
Yes.
Okay,
He's
I'm just saying.
going to be 42,000 in the next year. And the question should be asked, can he get to 50?
Okay, well, can he?
That's what you need to ask.
Okay.
You pilling around with them little bitty numbers.
Okay. Do we have some due on 50,000?
I'm just saying.
Okay, I'm just saying.
But that's the question.
Okay, well, I can't even comprehend the numbers, but the point is, if he can keep himself in that kind of condition, he's still a young man to me.
Right.
38 to me is a young man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. And if you can continue on at this pace,
He can.
okay, you're going to make this record completely, utterly unbreakable.
That's what
right?
we're trying to do.
Okay, there you go.
And in the process, win a championship while doing that.
Yeah.
You thought that was all we want. In the process of putting the record out there, way out there, like,
Okay, but
damn, that's a long way out.
the shame that's sitting right before you in the middle of the table is, are you going to pass Kareem and miss the play-in tournament this year?
Hey, look,
I don't know.
Whoa.
Okay, that's not championship material.
We gonna win another championship for us.
Are you?
Where? Don't matter.
Okay.
Hey, that's one thing about the Larry O'Brien Trophy. It'll travel. It'll come to wherever you are.
He may have to buy it.
Don't do that. Don't do that, Skip. I mean, how would that look? Go to a fourth team and bring them a championship. That's what we do. Something nobody else can say they've ever done.
I just need you to make the play-in tournament.
We're gonna make.
If you can do that, I'll be impressed.
You're gonna be impressed with these numbers. You impressed with these numbers we doing.
Yeah.
Gonna do a number on you when it's all said and done.
LeBron, quit shooting threes.
No, you don't, LeBron. Hey, nephew,
Stop.
do what you do. She a hater over here.
There is certainly a lot of ground to make up for the Lakers, guys, if they do want to make the playoffs.
We got it.
But we're just starting the second third of the season, so it is possible. All right, Giannis, guys, did he just thrust himself into the MVP conversation with a career-high 55 points? Let's dive into that on the other side of this break. Thanks for watching, Undisputed fans. Subscribe here to get the very latest from Skip and Shannon. Plus, go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.